Hi guys, welcome to P&K Notes. I am your host Crystal.
And I'm Paul. It's nice to be back with you guys.
Today we are going to talk about 5 tips that for newlyweds or anybody that's
out there,
you want to get married one day, you are married, maybe you didn't do some of these things, but this is some of the things that we found that helped us when we first got married.
Oh, and it's 4th of July, so happy 4th of July to you guys out there. Hope you're celebrating, having a good time. If you hear the boom boom in the background or bang bang. But
yeah, so you will hear you know how that goes. They start popping way before 4th. Today is actually the 4th, the 3rd? Tomorrow's the 4th. So you know how that goes. It's not even the 4th and they popping fireworks.
But you guys, stay safe, have a good time with your friends, your family. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid.
All right. So, question of the day.
All right.
Would you rather know what your partner is thinking or keep it a mystery?
Hey, no. I don't want to know what you think. No. No. Okay. So, on one hand, it would be a good thing. Because then I can figure out why she mad. But then at the same time, you could be lying to me about stuff. You could be telling me I'm the world's greatest lover and all the time you was like, nah, you some trash. So no, I just rather live with the lie.
I don't know what I'd rather.
How you not gonna know? It's the question.
I don't know if I would rather know or keep it a mystery. I think that would be, I don't think that that's a superpower that I would want to have, knowing what people are thinking.
But it's just me that you would know what I'm thinking. Like, would you want to know what I'm thinking all the time? Because I can tell you.
Maybe if I could turn it on and off, maybe.
I wouldn't even want to be able to do that. But if you could turn it on and off.
If I could turn it on and off, like if I was really trying to see if you was like lying to me, then I would turn it on.
Well, you wouldn't. Let's just put it out there. Only thing you know that I'm thinking about is your booty when you walk by. Man, she got a fat booty. I can't wait to touch it. Man, she got a fat booty. I can't wait to touch it.
No, like we having a conversation, a serious conversation.
I still would be looking at you thinking.
Then I would turn it on.
I'd be like, I'm gonna say this and make her feel real nice and good, and I'm gonna mean it, and it's gonna lead to some loving.
Okay, then.
I'm only thinking about food and loving like this, and touching your booty.
Well, you know, that's all y'all think about anyway.
Well, I mean, then you don't need the superpower.
Now, when we having a serious conversation, I'm saying.
So, like we literally just had a serious conversation.
We did.
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
A day ago, something like that.
Had to work through some things. Y'all just know when it never stops. You are always, no matter how long you've been together, how long, like you always working, or should be working through some things so that your marriage can be stronger and things like that. But it never stops. No matter how long you've been together, you would think that it would get better the longer you know somebody. You know, I ain't saying get better. That's a bad choice of words. I guess that would be just, you would think that it would get easier the longer you've been with somebody, because you would know, and we do know each other very well.
All right, 5 tips.
5 tips. Did we tell that already?
Yeah.
We said 5 tips?
Yeah.
We told them what we was talking about.
From the beginning.
I don't remember.
Okay. This is where we have to agree to disagree.
Just in case I did not say it, we're going to give you 5 tips.
Second time. Yeah.
For newlyweds, somebody who wants to be married, or
You are married.
you are married. So anyway, so
What's your tip one?
my tip one.
Number one tip. What
Now,
you
are we
give?
doing this like in ranks, or are we just telling tips?
Well, I ask you, what's your number one?
So are you meaning like in ranks?
Your
Like my
rank.
number one thing,
Your
like
number
do
one
not
thing,
do this.
You
or-
telling somebody, this is what you telling them. What you telling them?
So like for instance, if I could only give somebody one advice, not 5, you would say that this is the one that I would tell them when you say my number one thing.
Because it's part of your 5, but this is your number one. What is it?
My number one thing. Oh, well, it could be between 2 things, but I would think my number one thing is to never move by your parents or his parents. That's my number one thing. Never. Don't do it. You setting yourself up for failure.
Okay. Now this is gonna go against the whole show for my number one.
How it's gonna go? How?
My number one is
Okay.
gonna go against the whole show.
Okay.
I would tell every married couple or every person that's trying to get married, that's what you think you want to do. Don't listen to nobody else. Whatever you've been doing to this point that got y'all to the altar, y'all got it. Work it
I
out for
agree.
yourself. Don't listen to nothing else. Nobody tell you. Now, there's good things out there that you can use, obviously. But whatever it is, whatever you and that individual relationship is, y'all work it out. Y'all figure it out.
But definitely, I would agree with that, because even if that we're giving you tips, you have to sit down. Y'all have to sit down yourself and figure out how you can work those tips into your relationship. How is it gonna work with y'all?
Yeah.
Even when you're reading books and you're watching something on TV or listening to podcasts or whatever you may do, be trying to get advice on relationships and things like that, you should always see how that can fit into your relationship and not try to mimic somebody else's
Agreed.
advice, because everybody's different.
Yes.
So I would definitely put that out there. That's a good one.
What's your number 2?
Oh, my number 2 would be never talk to your family, your immediate family. I would definitely say immediate family, maybe not cousins or something like that. I mean, I guess that too, but definitely don't talk to your brother, your sister, your mama, your daddy about your significant other if y'all haven't had a fight. Don't do it. You need advice about your relationship, you need to go somewhere else. Don't ask them. Don't do it.
Okay.
Don't do it.
Why?
Because you mad then. And then when you over it, they still gonna be mad.
That would be messed up. For real.
Yeah, so don't do it. After you get over it, you done forgave them or whatever it is, y'all done worked it out, they still gonna be mad. So they do not need to know what's going on in your marriage.
I guess that kind of falls in my second one, I guess, because I would have just said keep y'all business to yourself. Keep you and your loved one, your spouse. Keep y'all business, y'all household, whatever it is y'all talking about. All that need to be kept to the chest. And don't nobody else need to know that except for you and yours.
Something serious. Now, not something, small,
Not
like
everyday stuff.
Yeah, not everyday stuff like, Mama, how do I get, I don't know, something small. I'm talking about something deep.
Yeah.
Something deep that
What
y'all,
what would something deep for you be?
something deep like, I don't know, I can't think of nothing off the top of my head, but y'all got an issue. Y'all trying to work through something.
Like if I cheated or something.
Definitely not that. Definitely not. Because like I just said a minute ago, by the time you forgive him or whatever, you decide to forgive him or whatever, by the time you forgive him, you done work through it, they still gonna be mad. So they gonna be still treating you bad. They gonna still be, looking at you out the corner of their eye. And then it's gonna be a tense situation.
Is that why your folks be looking at me like that?
Lord.
I'm messing with you. She ain't never done that. She ain't never done that. And they ain't never done
I was gonna say, have you ever done that? What you talking about?
No.
Okay, then what? But I ain't never done that. Well, you tell. Shoot, let's get it straight.
She still, y'all, I'm just gonna tell you, I still think she got some stuff to work out after just us talking through some stuff the other day.
Whatever.
You do.
Okay, so yeah, definitely don't talk to. Don't do it. But I didn't even learn that with you. I learned that with my ex-boyfriend.
Okay.
I learned that in high school. Don't ever tell. Don't tell them nothing.
So let me ask you this: do you think that there's ever a point in which you do share with your immediate family, or share with someone, hey, this is what's going on, because they can actually give you help? Like, have you thought of it from that perspective?
In what way? Help?
Like maybe recommend a counselor. Maybe they can say, okay, hey, listen, we went through something like that.
Nope. I don't think at any point you should tell them nothing. You need some advice, you better go ask somebody else. No. I don't think that is. I think it would be okay to be like, me and Paul going to counseling, or we, whatever. But they should never know what it's about.
Okay, I got you.
Not saying you're not making it look like y'all relationship is perfect, but especially my mom and dad never have known things that we had going on in our marriage, like as far as things we were working through or something like that. I never told them. Now they knew that at some times we had things going on, or we was, but they didn't know. Sometimes they didn't know that, but no, I ain't never.
I don't know that I've ever went back and shared detail on what's going on. I think I may have asked my dad before, hey, how do you handle this situation, or what advice can you give me regarding this? Just because, okay, you 60 something years old, you done lived through, it's just advice, and it's a person I trust.
I get it, but I wouldn't ask. I would ask another 60-year-old person.
I have.
No, I was saying I wouldn't ask.
Oh, okay.
I would ask if you just wanted somebody that had, it's more experience, because of age. I wouldn't ask.
Well, not just age, but just in life in general, just experience. The experience I haven't had.
Yeah, no, that's a no for me.
I got you. I'm not. Hey, listen, that's on your list.
Let's say you talk to your dad or your mom about something that we got going on. You ask for advice. You may not have told details, but you asking for advice. So they obviously know that there's something going on like that. I mean, people ain't stupid. When people come ask you for advice, they know you asking for a reason.
Yeah.
Okay, so like then when I come around, then they looking upside my head. Just like I said, like,
I get to see how you was.
No, I don't need nobody looking at me upside my head, out sideways and stuff. No.
All right.
Nope.
So that was your second one?
That's my second
Your
one.
first one was what?
Don't move by
Don't move by
either parent.
My first one was don't take no advice from nobody. Your number two?
Number two
was don't share anything what's going on in a relationship with you folks. With your significant other. Don't share it with your immediate family.
Your immediate family, yeah.
All right, so a number two for me would be, because it's important to me, have your financial goals. Like, what is it financially that you guys are seeking to gain individually? What is it that you want your goals to be together? And how can you help each other get there? Because no matter how you look at it, finance is a huge, huge role within any significant other and couple relationship. So marriage is what we're talking about here. That can be stressful. It can cause a lot of tension. It can cause fights, it can cause arguments, it can cause people to separate.
Mm-hmm.
So have your goals at what you want to accomplish individually, what you want to accomplish together, and how you plan to help each other achieve those goals. And don't be afraid to come back and revisit, have those tough, hard conversations, but have that plan and know what it takes to get there. One of the things that we started off, I always kept money. I always had money in my little. It wasn't even an ashtray. It's the little cubby inside the truck. I kept money there. I always wanted. It was just. I always called it just spare change, pocket change, whatever you want to call it. But I always thought, okay, if I'm on the side of the road, or if I got, I needed $50, could I, okay, I got it right now. I can grab it. She was not that way.
And not in the truck now. Don't be trying to come ride my baby trying to get in this truck because he don't have $50 in his truck.
No, I mean, I don't keep cash like that anymore. Cards with the
Yeah.
Agnes.
That was
But
back
the
in the day.
point is that I always tried to keep money on me.
Mhm.
But you didn't. Like, you was the type, if she had 50 cents, it was going to get a coat. And when she figured out, oh, he keep money in his truck, all of a sudden my little change was coming up short.
Is that right?
Yes, that's right. Even though I started putting money in your vehicle in the same spot, like, hey, I'd like for you to always keep $50 or keep $40 or keep $20. Just keep a couple dollars.
I don't remember getting no money out your truck for no Coke. But okay.
I'll tell you guys this. Even my children right now know Daddy keeps it's just changing there now. They will, Daddy, can I have some money to do this? Or can I get some money to go with? Learned it from her.
Whatever.
I did.
Okay, now what's next?
Well, hold on, because
Oh,
I
you
got
not
a
done?
story about that.
I will go ahead
About
and
the
tell
money
you.
stuff. So when we first got married, we sat down and we were talking budget and things like that. And she was not very good at the, pencil paper. Let's look at it from this standpoint, or spreadsheet or anything like that. And so one time I come home and we are not.
We were newlyweds.
We were newlyweds, and we were, for all intents and purposes, broke, busted, and disgusted.
First year, I think.
Yes.
First year married.
And so I come back to the apartment, and there are bags, shopping bags, everywhere on the floor, and I'm like, we literally just went over the budget maybe 2 days ago. Like, I'm telling you, hey, we've got this much money left. We paid all of our bills, and she's like, I'm like, what are you doing? Why did you buy all this stuff? And she was like, I don't know. I just had to have something. I wanted to go shopping. I kept the receipts. I know I gotta take it back. And I was sitting there, and part of me was like, I felt bad. And being honest, I felt bad because it was like, okay, my wife really wants to be able to go out and do these things, but we honestly cannot afford to do this. Like, you're not understanding. You have to have some emergency money, and she spent it. And so I was thinking, I feel bad for you, but I wanted to laugh at the same time. But I think I kept a straight face, and I was like, take it back tomorrow. Just enjoy the fact that it's here, but we are not keeping any of this stuff. Take it back. So, and don't get it wrong, like that, it helped me, because I had to realize, okay, listen, this whole way that my parents did their money, and they talked about how they did the budgeting for their house. It don't work for my house. I'm just being it does not work for us. Now, we're not one of these couples that say, You have your account, I got my account. You don't ever touch my account, I don't ever touch yours. We don't do that. As a matter of fact, every account that we have, both of our names is on it. But she'll tell you, like, money that goes into her accounts, I don't go and mess with it. I will ask, hey, listen, can I have this to do this?
And I don't mess with yours either.
And when I say that, she don't do that either. Like I may look up and see, like, okay, there was $100 or something gone, or $150 gone for something. I'll be like, hey, did you do this? Oh yeah, I did this. I needed this. I'll give it back to you. And I'll say, yeah, I'm not worried about, she can have whatever I got. She has access to it anyway. She can have it. But now, how we do things, we just financially, we look and say, okay, hey, Paul, you take care of these things, and she takes care of these things, and that has worked. As of late, we're actually getting ready to revisit because we've got a different set of goals that we want to achieve. So we're going to revamp that, but that's my number 2.
And so I have to explain a little bit about how we have, because we're saying that we don't have separate accounts, but then we're saying we have separate accounts. So
yeah,
when we say we don't have separate, we have separate accounts, the accounts that we have as separate are the ones we had before we got married.
Yes.
And we just kept them. And
yes.
then we have when we got married, we got 2 joint ones when we got married. So, he takes care of all the household things as far as like the mortgage, the cars. He does all those things, and then I take care of all of the household items, like inside house, like groceries and things that the children need, school clothes. If they need stuff for school, like I need money to go to this field trip, that I take care of all those things. He take care of all the things we need to live, like to function every day. So that's why we say, when, like, if we take something out, if I take something out of his account, that's why I'll say, hey, yeah, I did need it. I'll put it back though. So like that's what we mean when we say we take it out, but we still can get in each other's accounts.
Yeah.
And get whatever we
need. And that has worked for us for 16 years now. Mm-hmm. And it took us a while to figure out.
Yeah, because we tried it where it didn't work that way.
Yeah, we've tried some other ways, and it just did not work out for us like that. Mm-hmm. But I mean, again, like I said, we are currently revisiting what it's going to take in the next venture of our life, where we want to go, things we want to achieve, goals that she has personally that I want to be a part of that. I want to help you get to it. How can I be of assistance to you? So we got to revisit. We've got to have tough conversations, and there's going to be some sacrifices that are made, and hey, that's just part of it. But again, that's my number 2, your financial goals and how you guys work through it. So
sit down and discuss how you want to do your financial goals.
How you I would say everything financial, like
what makes you had it lined out at the beginning.
Okay, hey, I want to do this career path. I want to own my own business. Okay, what is that gonna cost to do? Mm-hmm. I work for this company, or I do this, I make this much money. I would like to make this much money 2-3 years from now, or 5 years from now. I'd like to be in this position so that I can make this. So I would like to grow the business to this point. And then the next party needs to, same thing. Hey, I want to do this. Okay. I would like to be able to have, let's say, $1 million. I'd like to have $1 million by the time I'm 45 or 50. Okay, how do we get there? How can we discipline ourselves or show self-discipline to get to this point? How can I help you achieve that goal? How can we achieve this goal together? Like, just know what it is that you want to do financially, and have that goal in mind so that you can say, okay, this is the lifestyle I want to live. What's your number 3?
My number 3 would be to sit down at the beginning of your marriage, or even if you're already married and you haven't done this, this is something that is good to do. We sat down at the beginning of our marriage and decided who was going to do what chores in the house. Okay, so we sat down. I told him I don't like washing dishes.
This is true.
So if you wash the dishes, oh no, that's not what we said. We said whoever cooks has to wash the dish. The other person has to clean. So we did that. So I typically cook. So he usually would wash the dishes or put the dishes in the dishwasher or whatever the case. And if he grilled, then I would cook. I would wash the dishes, clean up.
I gotta be honest, y'all, with that being said, so we we figured out that she did not like cleaning the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
And of all the areas of the house, that is the one area.
Oh yeah.
I cannot stand to be junky.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything has a place. Just put it in it.
Mm-hmm.
And so the deal was, you cook, I'll clean the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
Now I hate clothes.
And I folded the clothes. I'll fold the clothes. So that's what we decided. So it kind of worked out. Like we just, okay, you do that, I do this. So I washed and folded the clothes. We still do these things to this day.
23 years later.
Well, actually,
18 years.
we actually don't do those things. Because we got kids that we may do it now.
Yes.
So the kids actually do the dishes and the clothes. I still wash though, but they have to fold them. But we are trying to get them in a
responsibility.
Yeah, try to get them to start washing. I don't know if I'm quite ready for them to be messing with my dishwashing. I mean, not my dishwasher, but my washing powder. But we'll see. But yeah, we sat down and did that at the beginning. And it kind of worked out for us. It worked out because we automatically knew who was gonna be doing what. We didn't have to assume why is the kitchen still dirty, or why is, you know what I mean? We just knew who was gonna be doing what chore, and we just got it done. So we never had to talk about.
Now, with that being said, now I'm not saying that I've never washed clothes and folded them, or that she has never did the kitchen, because that would be untrue.
Mm-hmm.
But she knows, like, she has a certain way that she wants the towels folded, and if you don't fold the towel that way, then it's incorrect. Even though in my head,
and they still don't fold it like I told them
it's
to.
a folded towel.
They still don't do it. None of them still don't fold the towel like I told them to.
It's true. We don't always get it right.
No, you'll never get it right.
I get it right sometimes.
No, don't ever. No, ever. Never. You, the kids, never. I fold the towels. I wash and fold the towels because they never do it right. No matter how many times I just go in and fold them myself.
You mean tell me I ain't got it right one time?
Never.
Well, you ain't did the kitchen right one time. Yeah, that's how I feel about that. You ain't did the kitchen right now one time. In 18 years, you ain't cleaned it right one time.
Are we still mad at each other?
You still mad. I told you earlier now, I feel some type of way because you said I ain't folded a towel right.
You haven't.
In 18 years.
I'm just telling the truth.
Not one time?
Not one
towel?
No. Never.
18 years.
Never. Never.
No, son. No. You get your hands off me. This, folks. This.
No, just telling the truth.
I'm going to have to agree to disagree. Because I don't believe it.
Okay, I will say this. After I show you, let's say I'm saying, hey, I would like my towels to be folded like this, and then I show you, you will then fold them like I'm showing you. But if you was just to go get the towels out the dryer and fold them, you're not going to fold them like I asked you to. You just going to fold them. If I'm not there to be like, hey, No, you're not gonna fold like that.
Well, I tried. I gave him my best. That's all that matters.
Okay, well, we just gonna agree to disagree on that one.
Yeah.
I think you just fold them because you gonna do what you want to do.
It's a towel, bro. It's a towel. It's gonna do the same thing it always did.
Okay, well you look
Go
at
in
it.
the closet.
But you look
Come
at it.
out the closet and dry your butt.
But you look at it as it's just a towel. I look at it as all I ask is for this towel to be folded like this. And they won't even fold it like I'm asking. But yeah, I'm expected to go in there and be a short order cook and cook everybody the way they like their food. Okay, so-and-so don't like this. Mackenzie don't like that. John Paul don't like this. John Paul gotta have this he can't have but beef and this and this. I'm expected to do exactly what somebody wants, but I can't get a towel folded up like I like.
Who says that you have to cook for the kids like that? Who says?
Okay, so I don't do that now because they older. I just cook and whatever. But it was a time that I had to cater to what everybody wanted to eat.
My mama didn't cater like that. One person got catered to. Oh man.
Well.
My daddy. Everybody else fall in line.
Well.
Eat or don't eat.
Well, that's where we at now because they older.
I just
but
feel
when
like
they was,
should have been that way from the
well,
start.
they was kids, so I was trying to make it so that they would eat. I knew Kenzie liked corn, so I made sure so that she could get a vegetable. And I had corn on the menu or somewhere, you know. Anyway, so what was he saying?
My number 3, folks. I don't know how I feel about it now. It was my number 3, but I'm gonna say it. Continue to date the person despite how they will change. 'Cause they not gonna be the same person that you met. And it's gonna get on your nerves. You just need to know that. But it's okay. Because you still love them.
That's right. That's right. Especially a woman, I would think. I don't know if you necessarily, I'm trying to see if you changed over the years.
Yes,
I'm sure you
I'm
changed.
not the same dude.
You're not the same dude. You've grown.
Everybody do that.
I'm saying like things that you like. It's pretty much the same.
I think my court, but it's not a lot that I'm just like jumping up and down to say that I like that. I'm a simple guy.
Well, I would say the things that I like is the same too. So I guess we're not talking about that.
Just the growth of an individual.
Mm-hmm.
So what I said on the second thing was the financial part. I'm not the same man or I have the same goals, ambitions, things that I want to accomplish. But my strategy for getting there has had to change.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that you have done a good job in making sure that you have adjusted to, on your end, to be your best version of yourself to help me achieve the things that I want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I've tried to help you achieve the things that you want to achieve.
Mm-hmm.
So that goes to number 2. But number 3, always continue to date and just, understand that the person gonna change and their strategy for getting to their goals will change. Things they used to like, they may not enjoy as much, or they may get mad about stuff that you like, bro, what you talking about? You tripping. But okay,
Okay.
What's your number 4?
Number 4? I would say if your grandparent, grandma, or your mom is still alive, I would say get all of your favorite recipes from her that it's not wrote down, I would get those and write them down. I would try to get them while they're alive and get those and write them down. And the thing, what I did for us was when we got married, my all of our both our grandmothers were still alive.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to get a couple of. There's still some recipes that I wish I had got, but it's a couple that I did get. But I would incorporate the two together. So I would kind of just put my mom's whatever how she cooked, and then I would try to call his grandma if he wanted me to cook something in particular. Then I would call her and say, hey, how do you cook your sweet potatoes or something like that? And so
Carrots.
I would take carrots for instance. If I would take what his grandma told me or what his mama told me and take what I knew my mom did and I would combine it to make it my own. So I would say, but those, to getting those recipes from your grandma and your mom and writing those down is so important because they won't always be there. So I definitely wish I had got a couple of more recipes from my grandma instead of just calling her. At the time, they're there, so you just call them and ask them, and I just did it. But I wish I had wrote it down instead of just calling, because now they're not here, so I can't ask them.
That sucks. Because I probably could have got some. The way she made that fish, bruh.
My grandma?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
So it's a couple of things, but I would say that's something that I wish I could go back and do.
That would be one of the things that you tell them to do.
Them or the kids or my girls?
Well, I mean, just people that's watching.
Yeah,
Those
that's
recipes.
what I would get. Yeah, get all your family recipes.
Okay.
Combine them together and make your own for you and your household.
Got you.
What I'm trying to say is not just get the recipes, but combine your husband's eating, the way he ate, where he grew up, eating his grandma and mom's food. Take his favorites, take your mom's and combine them and make them your own. Because the recipes pretty much gonna be the same. One person gonna probably just put a little of this in there and somebody else gonna put a little of that in there. And if you put them all together, then you got your own.
True.
That's what I did so that he could taste a little home and I could taste a little home.
It worked out. I ain't missing no meals. Now. You're throwing down in the kitchen.
Oh.
So number 4 for me. Don't be afraid to create your own thing that you do, your own memories, things like that. So if you end up, with this person that you call your significant other and you all get a family later on, you have holidays, things like that, carve out that time to make those your things that you all do. So for example, with us, Christmas, non-negotiable in this house. We do Christmas here. If we want to do Christmas somewhere else, she and I'll discuss that, and then we'll plan it out. But we will always be, for as long as our kids are in this house, we're gonna do Christmas together. Thanksgiving is a hunt time for me. That's a passion for me. But we always choose to go back and spend that holiday with family, our immediate family. We get a chance to see both. But nevertheless, just whatever you guys, when you get that significant other, have some things that you do that say, this is what we do. You can be a part of it if you choose to. Your friends, your family. But have something that's, hey, this is what we do. Like every 2 weeks, we go on a date. That's what we do. Our kids know that now. They laugh about it and they'll say, you guys are, you supposed to be going grocery shopping, but you You gone for several hours, and it's like we want to get away from you, but we're dating. Like that's our thing. Like it goes back to my number 3. It also gives us a chance to talk about what we got coming up financially. It also gives us a chance to reconnect and okay, hey, listen, what am I not doing? How can I be better? She different,
Oh
Just
my
saying.
gosh.
All right, what's your number 5?
Number 5? I don't know. My number 5, I guess that would be a number 5.
Okay.
Just making sure that your family knows, your immediate family, that you have your own family now and you're going to do things the way you want to do them in this house, no matter what they say or think. But, and you do it that way, and they can either get in line or they can't. I mean, it just is what it is. It's hard. It's hard, especially if you have multiple immediate families. For instance, I have his family.
Yes.
I have my family, the household I grew up in, and then I have my dad, my real dad family. So we have to try to figure out.
So blended families.
Yeah. Well, actually, they not actually blended together, but we have to figure out how we can see them all.
Yep.
And that's hard on a couple. I don't think people realize that that's hard to try to figure out how you gonna get everybody in there. Like it's just a hard situation. And so you have to decide, even if, like, for instance, our parents stay an hour away from each other. Well, if they didn't stay an hour away from each other, we, like, typically on Thanksgiving, we go see his family and my family because they stay an hour away from each other. So, we definitely, but if they didn't stay an hour away from each other, you would have to say, okay, on Thanksgiving, we're going to go here. On Christmas, we gonna go here, or whatever the case, because you can't always go. If they stay in 3 different states, you would have to plan accordingly. And so sometimes you just have to decide if you want to do that. We do that where we go between the 2 houses, and it's hard. But we do it because we've always done it.
But that was something that we said, and we don't do it necessarily for them. We do it for me.
Yeah.
Because I like to hunt. It's that time that gives me that relaxation. It's the one time of the year that I can say, okay, hey, this is my me time.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas she doesn't necessarily do a once a year, I'm getting away from you guys, a sabbatical from the whole Smith house. She goes and, okay, hey, I'm going to get my nails done this week. Or I'm going to get my hair done this week, or I'm going to go get my toes done over here. She kind of gets her little breaks away from us throughout the year. I don't necessarily do that, but so.
Yeah, but all that being said, it is for you, but it's still hard. Like I'm just saying, it's hard to.
Oh, it is.
Maneuver.
It's hard to. It's a lot of moving pieces.
It's a lot of moving around, and you just have to figure that out. If you're gonna do it, just know it's gonna be hard. That's all I'm saying. But you gotta do what works for your household. What's gonna be best for however y'all move. And it's just better for us to kind of go see them both because they stay an hour away.
Yeah.
And we stay in Tennessee. They both stay in Arkansas, and so we try to just make sure we go see both. But it's still hard. It's still a lot of money involved. But y'all gotta do what's best for y'all. I think that's my number 5, is just pick what you gonna do, and don't let nobody try to guilt you into what you should be doing, and you stick with it.
So my number 5, last but not least in mine, have fun. Don't be afraid to laugh. Don't be afraid to have a good time. Don't be afraid to spend that quality time or purposefully spending time to have a good time. So that's my number 5. Like, that's something I'm having to work on, guys.
Have fun with what?
With you.
Oh.
I'm trying to have fun with you, get some fireworks going. But you tripping.
Whatever.
You is.
That.
You still mad.
I'm not still mad.
I hope not. But you
I'm not still mad.
Acting like it.
I'm not still mad.
Bruh. In any case, folks.
That was 5?
That's 5.
All right, so that was our 5 tips for newlyweds, or
Just people that's in the married game,
yeah,
trying to stay married.
yeah,
Hard out here.
all that.
Hey. Let nobody tell y'all this easy, cause it ain't.
At the end of the day, you do what works for your relationship.
Yes.
That's at the end of the day. That's what you should be doing. But it is always good to listen to other tips, see how other people are doing. Then you take that and you make it your own, and y'all do what's gonna work for y'all household.
Yeah. What she said. She said it a whole lot better than I could have.
And so we are gonna end on that note.
Yep. Cause it's a good note.
And make
My
sure
wife.
you,
Joke. Sorry.
make sure you like, share, and subscribe to our videos. And we will see you guys next time on P&K Notes. We out this piece.
See y'all, folks. Hey, be safe out there on this 4th of July. I'm out. She out. We out.